Hello there, fellow kiddos. You guys want to learn about the Renaissance? No? Well, too bad. You're going to have to learn about it anyway. Also, did you guys know that if you Google Renaissance and you scroll down, there's like some interesting, yes. Okay, well, putting that to the side now, let's continue on to what I was going with. So, today, we're going to be talking about art. Sorry, wrong type of art. I meant this type of art. Now, I hear you guys maybe wondering, Randy, I don't understand. Why are you talking about art? What the fuck is wrong with you? Why are you talking about art? Couldn't you do something like photography? I don't understand. Alright, well, hold on there, bub. Let me explain. God. Now, the reason why I chose art was because it's the closest thing to technology. Because the first camera ever invented was in 1816. Well, approximately in 1816 by I'm just gonna pronounce it nice more, nice for, I don't care. So nice more, you know what? I have a better way.
Nice for Niepchi.
Yeah, that person. And the Renaissance period was in 1300 to the 1600s. So obviously, the first camera was ways ago. It was ways ago, after the Renaissance. But art is the closest thing you can get to photography because they're photos. Well, one of them is painting. What am I, Bob Ross? So now, let's get started with one of the artists, which one of them we're going to be talking about is Leonardo Da Vinci. Now, this guy has made a lot of stuff. Okay, stuff, it was not the really good word to use. But specifically, paintings, drawings, and also sketches, surprisingly. And some that kind of look like blueprints, but here's some names, just to name a few, Annunciation, Profile of the Ancient Captain, The Baptism of Christ, Saint Jerome in the Wilderness, Drawings of Water-Lifting Devices, Flying Machine. I'm not making this up, by the way. The Last Supper, Salvator Mundi, The Mona Lisa, Vitruvian Man, An Angel in Green with a Violin. I don't know what it's called. If you guys are curious, Leonardo da Vinci was born in April 15th, 1452, and then later died in May 2nd, 1519. Fun fact, somebody asked me while I was doing this work if some of Leonardo da Vinci's art was a humanism. I mean, you can't disagree. It's a pretty good question. Also, some other more facts about Leonardo is that Leonardo was a polymath, and if you guys don't know what a polymath is a person of wide-ranging knowledge or learning. So there's some facts for ya. So yeah, Leonardo was a polymath, someone whose level of genius encompassed many fields, including inventing, painting, sculpture, architecture, science, music, mathematics. You guys get the point, I hope. But despite himself being a polymath, despite all that, he decided to work more on the art stuff, He was primarily celebrated as a painter, which is why he has so much fame, for examples being one of his portraits, the Mona Lisa, and one of his most reproduced religious work of all time, The Last Supper. In a biography that was made about his childhood, Leonardo da Vinci described as one of the most gifted and inventive men in history. Was born in 1452 in a village near the town of Vinci Tuscany. I really hope I said that correctly. Before we end it off with Leonardo da Vinci, let's end it off with one of his most famous quotes, and that is, "Art is never finished, only abandoned."
Blue Eye perceives all things conjoined. The past, the future, and the present. Everything flows, and all is connected. This eye is not merely seeing reality, it is touching the truth.
Michelangelo, that one artist that brought you David and Pieta. Listen, it's hard to pronounce it, alright? Stop bullying me. So, who was Michelangelo? Pretty good question. Michelangelo was a painter, sculptor, architect, and poet. That's correct, you heard me correctly. Poet. Michelangelo is considered one of the most famous artists of the Italian Renaissance, with works including the David and Pieta statues, the one that I just mentioned earlier, and the ceiling paintings of Rome's Sistine Chapel, including the Last Judgment. Listen, to be fair, there wasn't really as much information I found about Michelangelo than Leonardo Da Vinci. I'm not sure why. Some websites didn't really give me much details that seemed to fit in or to show much about art, which is somewhat surprising. So sadly, I guess we're gonna have to end it here with Michelangelo. But before we go or end it off with a quote, here's just a compilation of all of his paintings and sculptures and stuff. Rafael! Sorry about that, I just got too excited because it's our last artist we're talking about in this video. Woohoo! So, jumping straight into Rafael. He was born in 1483, Urban, Italy, and died on April 6, 1520, Rome, Italy. He also drew a bunch of kids with their mothers and stuff like that, because it was about Christianity, which is religion, so yeah, I'm gonna stop talking about that because we ain't gonna get into some religion stuff here. Well, actually, it turns out it looks like I actually have to correct myself here because I said Urban, Italy. He was born in 1483, Urban, Italy, and yeah, I kind of made a mistake here. I pronounced this totally wrong when I was reading through it. It's if I'm correct, it's pronounced Urbino, I'm gonna say it's Urbino, Italy. I could be completely wrong though, but I know for a fact it's not urban. It's not. So that's just a mistake that I caught while editing this. So yeah, it's not urban. Don't tell me. I already know. We're all good. Or if I'm correct, it can also be pronounced Urbino, but I don't know. I do hope you guys can forgive me for my mistake. Anyways, let's stop messing around. Let's get back into the video. Also, he painted something that's pretty cool called the Stanza della Signatura. I hope that's pronounced correctly. Also, remember about those paintings earlier that I told you about Christianity and, about the mothers and kiddos stuff? Well, yeah. He actually calls them from a series called Madonnas. Now, before you guys say anything, no, I'm not talking about the American singer-songwriter. No. We're talking about the paintings, okay? Don't think I was going to let that one slide, because I wasn't. And that is it of my presentation. Hope you guys enjoyed. Just going to leave a bit of a disclaimer here. And that disclaimer is the use of any copyrighted material is used under the guidelines of fair use in Title 17 and 107 of the United States Code. Such material remains the copyright of the original holder and is used here for the purpose of educational comparison and criticism only. No infringement of copyright is intended. Just gonna leave that up with a warning, you know. I do not encourage hate, crimes, or to offend. If you can't take a joke or anything that's from this video, then I apologize.